Oversized bears that only work half of the time. They are just big bears that do nothing else than being big. Werewolves. They do everything nature already does and do it worse. They also do not seem to have any goals of their own and need a pack to survive, or a village of humans. Here's a stupid question. What's a werewolf? Werewolfness, also called lycanthropy, is the elitist way of being a furry. The only thing they do is turn into a big wolf at night. That's it. It often even hurts them to transform, and most werewolves I have seen don't even want to be a wolf. They do everything our dog's predecessors can: smell each other, chase their tail and run really fast. Some regenerate quicker, and they often become very angry at everything. In movies they often fight vampires and always seem to lose against them. Vampires are the cat people of teen drama after all. Even the teenagers think vampires are stronger than werewolves. That must say something. No, the real kicker is the fact that people also made wolf weirs, which you only have to think about for a small moment to know how creepy that concept is. Where do they come from? From a fairy tale called the Red Riding Hood, basically, where they say the following. Little girls, this seems to say never stop upon your way. Never trust a stranger friend, no one knows how it will end. As you're pretty, so be wise. Wolves may lurk in every guise. Now as then, this simple truth, sweetest tongue, has sharpest tooth. So yeah, werewolves are creepy but not in a good way, honestly. I jest because werewolves are way older than that. Even the ancient Greek knew that werewolves were pricks. One tried to feed Zeus a weird meal and was turned into a wolf forever. In Norse mythology, a father and son pair of werewolves stopped wanting to transform when the father attacked the son. In the Dark Age, werewolves were used as stories to scare kids. So no, werewolves never did anything useful. In Magic the Gathering, werewolves are actually rather old, but I feel like they only became popular in the first Innistrad set. On Innistrad, the werewolves we mostly see are those who hunt with Arlen Gord, the most famous werewolf. These wolves also do not want to transform per se. They are again kind-hearted and are therefore just a worse version of a human. Never forget that in all stories being a werewolf is a curse. Still, there are those that do embrace their werewolf side. The largest pack of Innistrad is the Kralen Horde led by Ulrich, who loves wolves and nature. So he has created a large pack that never hated their reality. They just embraced it. These are in my opinion the only good pack of Innistrad. Other packs include packs that use dark magic, eat children again, do general murder, are tamed by a corrupted angel, are still corrupted by Emrakul, try to be good but eat people anyways, or go a little far in embracing their wolf side and actually become a furry again. Yeah, that happened. Also, they need humans to keep them safe while being in their own human form. Still, they betray them, as we can see in Village Watch. If we look at famous werewolves from Magic, we first get to Tovolar. This is the dude that leads a pack of werewolves and uses dark magic for some reason. If you have read the last story, these wolves try to defend the Celestes and make the wolf side of werewolves eternal. A great solution if you ask me, because now they are just trying too hard to be human. Tovolar and his pack also often attack cities and try to murder and hunt humans. Not because they are easy prey, but because as ghoul creatures they hate society, even though they are a pack themselves. But the real funny thing is that his new werewolf form lets Tovolar wear a sword. In the story he is portrayed as being the wolf that stirs the hunter's heart for all packs. But here we see him imitating his human form by still holding his weapon. How is that practical at all? Wolf legs are made to run on 4 paws. Will he hold his sword in his closed paw and still run like a dog? No, in my opinion he cannot even move. His wolves around him are just waiting for him. Here comes the real hypocrite of all werewolves. It is Arlen Gord, the werewolf Planeswalker. She also fought against her own curse. She tried to learn holy magic. She used these Abyssinian signs. Her spark even ignited when she fought some devils, showing that hunting is actually very much in her nature. She then faked being horrified when she realized that she woke up in the morning as a wolf, and now she can control her transformation. Now all of a sudden all wolves should embrace their wolf side and be good humans when they do not howl against the moon or against a food truck. Arlen is hypocritical because she says that others should embrace their wolf side, and hypocritical because she tells others to be good, while she can't hold her own furry hunter in too much. She even lied to the Abyssinian church about being a human, and she is said to think of hunting as a wolf as freedom, while she was accepting a blessing of Abyssin. After this, her bishop even told her that he thought she had always been an archmage of Abyssin because she was so bright. Well, she is cursed and she should have told him at this point, but she kept silent. The story then portrays the bishop as being the bad guy, for when Arlen returns after her first Planeswalker, he says this. "How dare you!" Rambert was holding up a glowing ward. He had built protections against her specifically. Arlen's heart twisted in agony. This was the same man who had believed in her, in the goodness of her soul, so completely before. Now she would not be surprised to learn that he didn't think she had a soul at all. "How dare you set foot here on this holy ground?" "Please, Archmage Rambert, You monster! You murderous beast!" He tossed the ward at her chest and spat at her feet. Arlen recoiled. "Please," she tried again. "I know what you must feel. I know what I did. There is no way to make the past right. But I'm not what I was then. Now I am able to use what I have for good. I want to use that good here, with the Gold Knight. I want to help. I am in control." "Tuh!" Rambert drew his holy sword. "Control is a lie. You tell so you can live with yourself when you are like this." He waved his sword, indicating her human form. "But even now, as you stand in that falsified flesh, you are a monster. You will always be a monster." And Arlen did not have anything to say against that, because she did lie. She lied only because she wanted to lift her own curse. Later she saves the dude because he was too weak to fight against an angel, but she still killed a corrupted angel for it, just to clear her own name. I do not trust this monster. And neither should you. Don't trust a werewolf. Don't trust anyone that transforms, because they are both sides of the coin. Which leads me to the mechanics of werewolves, which is actually not pack tactics. It is transform. Because like we said before, werewolves' only unique ability is that they suck at being a wolf and suck at being a human. So much so that they need the whole of society to be built around them. And even then, with the humans supporting their hedonistic lifestyle, they are still worse than vampires most of the time. Village Ironsmith shows us that they can't help but destroy their own homes. Then they return in the morning to repair them again. Other than transforming, they seem to like combat a lot, showing us, really, that they are only useful when used by smart creatures. Like how they are being used by the witches in our new story, and how Emrakul corrupted them before. The whole use of werewolves is to show that vampires are stronger than wolves. This is also probably why they are being introduced in the set just before the vampire set, so that the vampires can steal the show from the werewolves. Let's hope we get to see some cool doggos. Bye.